Hi everyone, welcome to Bruhan Mumbai Municipal Corporation's Virtual Training Center, and I am Mrs. Nehal Kodambe, your English teacher from VTC. Let's begin with today's session. Hi everyone, welcome to today's session. Dear children, as you know, many among us, we are animal lovers, right? See, from ancient times, man has learned to keep animals with him. And sometimes we tame them, we love them, we do take care of them. But this is not just about taming the animals and keeping them with us, but sometimes as human beings, we tend to help the animals who are in need of us, right? So in today's session, we are going to learn such a story. This is the not just the story, but this is the real incident has happened in the writer's life, and the title of the story is An Encounter of a Special Kind. Okay, now this story is written by here author Mr. Tapan Mukherjee is sharing with us an incident from his life. My father was a medical professional working for a private company in Raniganj in West Bengal. So when he was a child, they were staying in Raniganj of West Bengal state, and his father was a medical professional, means working in a medical field. And those medical officers were given bungalows to stay in. So they were staying in a bungalow, and here the author is sharing details about it. The officer of the company were housed in individual bungalows. You can see here row houses or individual bungalows, each of them were given by the company. Inside a large campus, there was a large campus or colony of bungalows. Our house was in a corner of the campus. The officers club was adjacent to the boundary wall of our garden. So each one has the space, okay, backyard and in front to keep the gardens, to maintain the gardens. And there was an officers club was adjacent close, okay, near to the boundary wall of our garden. The compound was luxurious with green grass. You can see there colorful flowers and a host of tall and majestic trees. So around their houses there were green grass, colorful flowers and tall and majestic trees, majestic grand. ओके. इकडे बघा लेखक त्याच्या लहानपणी जेव्हा तो राणीगंज मध्ये राहत होता, जेव्हा वडील मेडिकल प्रोफेशनल होते आणि कंपनीने त्यांना अतिशय सुंदर असे बंगले दिलेले होते आणि अशा सुंदर वातावरणामध्ये ते राहत होते. Our house was in a corner of the campus. So this is the picture of their bungalow. The house was in a corner of the campus. You can see beautiful flowers, big, grand, majestic trees and garden around their house. The officers club was adjacent to the boundary wall of our garden. The compound was luxurious with green grass, colorful flowers and a host of tall and majestic trees. The seasonal vegetables in the kitchen gardens of the households and the magnificent trees constantly attracted squirrels and many species of birds. See how nicely he has described the garden and the surrounded area of his house. Okay, the seasonal vegetables in the kitchen garden, they used to maintain the garden also, and there they used to take the plants or they used to grow the plants which are useful in the cooking, like coriander, chilies, tomatoes and all. So it is known as kitchen garden. Kitchen gardens of the household and the magnificent trees constantly attracted squirrels and many species of birds. You can see there. So what author has describing here. So to get that exact picture, I have brought some pictures for you here, so you can visualize that. Okay, so because of all these lavish gardens and trees and flowers, the squirrels and butterflies, they used to roam around his bungalow. A group of langurs had even made their den in an ashwatha tree nearby. Not only squirrels and birds and butterflies, but also a group of langurs. Langurs, you know, a species of monkey. Okay, they had made their den. Den, actually, den, you know, where the animals live, stay. Okay, so they had made their houses like in the ashwatha tree nearby. Ashwatha means people tree. They had all become a part and parcel of our existence and daily life. To become a part and parcel means what? That those monkeys were also like their family members. Okay, and the author's family and the other members from that colony, they were used to of all these monkeys. They were not scared of them, or they were not feeling any strange about these monkeys staying on the ashwatha tree, but they had all become part and parcel of their daily life. Part and parcel, it is involved or included in it. Okay, in their daily life, as if they were the part of their daily life. बघा, आपण आपल्या शेजारी पशु पक्षी बघतो, खारुताई वगैरे सगळं असतं, पण ह्यांच्या इकडे एवढे मस्त डेरेदार वृक्ष होते की त्या पिंपळाच्या झाडावर माकडांनी सुद्धा आपलं बस्तान बसवलेलं होतं. It was a few days into the puja vacation. Just like for any other child, the holidays provided an opportunity for me to become engrossed in various magazines and storybooks published especially for children in the festive season. Okay, so now here the author is telling about his childhood days, how they were enjoying their vacation. Children, you know, in Maharashtra we have holidays for Ganesh Utsav or for Diwali. Okay, but in West Bengal they have long vacation or holidays during the Puja festival. Okay, so they have their biggest festival is Durga Puja in West Bengal. So it was a few days into the Puja vacation. Just like for any other child, the holidays provided an opportunity for me to become engrossed. Engrossed means to occupy completely in various magazines and storybooks published especially for children in the festive season. So here we can note this, that he was fond of reading. वाचनाचा छंद होता आणि त्यामुळे आपल्याकडे जशा आपल्याला मोठ्या सुट्ट्या असतात आणि आपण काय काय वेगळं वेगळं करतो मे वेकेशन मध्ये, दिवाळी वेकेशन मध्ये, तसं तिकडे दुर्गा पूजेच्या वेळेला मोठ्या सुट्ट्या दिल्या जातात आणि त्या सुट्ट्यांमध्ये एस्पेशली मुलांसाठी जी पुस्तकं पब्लिश केली जातात ती वाचण्याची त्यांना खूप आवड होती किंवा त्यांचा तो छंद होता. After a hearty lunch, my parents and my younger sisters lay down for an afternoon nap, and I settled down with a storybook. The quiet afternoon presented the perfect backdrop for reading an adventure story. So, here on this very cozy afternoon, after a hearty lunch, very delicious lunch, my parents and my younger sisters lay down, they were just having a power nap for an afternoon nap and settled down with a storybook. And the author, he settled down, he was not sleeping, but he was settling down, means he was in his coziness and with a book in his hand after a good meal, he was enjoying reading the adventure story. So he's continued here. The silence was occasionally broken by the sound of my family snoring, the intermittent chirping of house sparrows, the harsh cawing of a crow, the shrill call of a kite flying high above the ground. Minutes ticked by. I became deeply absorbed in the book. So, on this cozy afternoon, it was very silent because all were there in house. They were taking power naps, they were sleeping in the afternoon after a good meal, and everywhere it was very silent. But only that silence was broken by some sounds around him. Which sounds author has been described here? The snoring of my family members. Okay, even in the afternoon, they were sleeping so deeply that they were snoring. The intermittent chopping of house sparrows. Sparrows were chopping there. The harsh cawing of a crow. Okay, the crow's sound. The shrill call of a kite flying high above the ground. बघा इतकं सुंदर वर्णन केलंय की एका सुंदर शांत दुपारी जेव्हा ते वाचनात गुंग झालेले अशा वेळेला त्या शांततेचा भंग करणारे आवाज कोणते कोणते होते किती सुंदर वर्णन केलंय बघा. साऊंड ऑफ माय फॅमिली स्नोरिंग, घरातले फॅमिली मेंबर्स घोरण्याचा आवाज, चिमण्यांचा चिवचिवाट, कावळ्यांचा अगदी हार्शली तीव्र स्वरात कावकाव करणं किंवा अगदी उंचावर उडणाऱ्या घारीचा एक तो वेगळा प्रकारचा साऊंड श्रील कॉल. Minutes ticked by. Minutes ticked by means the time was passing by. I became deeply absorbed in the book. Absorbed, he was engrossed in his book. Okay, पुस्तक वाचण्यात अगदी दंग होऊन ते गेलेले होते. Such in that cozy afternoon, while he was reading the book, he was engrossed with the adventurous story. What happened? Suddenly, I heard a group of street dogs barking furiously in the distance. While everywhere some sounds were there, but he was not paying more attention to that. Suddenly, he heard a group of street dogs barking furiously in the distance. In the long distance, he heard the dogs barking. I chose to ignore the commotion. Commotion means a state of confused and noisy disturbance. When he was engrossed in reading, suddenly he heard the dogs barking, but he ignored that, thinking that the pack of dogs might have cornered a hapless pig. Hapless? Helpless. Okay? But soon the barking became louder and more aggressive, and the alarm cawing of a flock of crows added to the cacophony. I also heard the disturbance approaching closer. So while he was reading in his book, he was so much engrossed that he just overlook or over here we can see the sounds of snoring and chirping and cawing and so on. But all of a sudden he heard a group of street dogs barking very furiously. Though they were at long distance, he chose to ignore them. But then he realized that that barking became louder and close to his house and more aggressive, and the alarm cawing of a flock of crows added to the cacophony. I also heard the disturbance approaching closer. अशा वेळेला त्यांनी दूरवर आधी कुत्र्यांच्या भुंकण्यांचा आवाज ऐकला. बरेच सारे कुत्रे एकदम भुंकत होते. पण त्याला वाटलं की एखादा पिगला त्यांनी घेतलाय आणि सगळे त्याच्यात तुटून पडतात. परंतु त्याला ते असं नंतर जाणवलं की हा आवाज जवळून कुठून तरी येतोय आणि त्याबरोबर कावळ्यांचा जो कर्कश आवाजात ओरडणं होतं ते सुद्धा वाढलेलं होतं. तुम्हाला माहिती आहे बघा बाळांनो, तुम्ही जर निरीक्षण केलं असेल तर असं जेव्हा काही होतं, एखादा जखमी प्राणी किंवा एखादं काहीतरी वेगळं दिसतं तेव्हा कावळे सगळे एकत्र येऊन खूप कर्कश आवाजात कावकाव करतात. मग आपल्याला कळतं की समथिंग हॅज गॉन रॉंग. Curiosity got the better of me. Leaving the book aside, I rushed to the veranda to see what was going on. So now there were many sounds which disturbed him. The dogs barking, the crows cawing. So he was thinking, what was this? Why all of a sudden so much noise? So curiosity didn't stop him. Okay, so he left his book aside and rushed to the veranda to see what was going on. Veranda, the outer part of the bungalow. Then I glanced towards the roof of the clubhouse. So as we have learnt earlier, there was a clubhouse adjacent to the garden of their wall, and saw something horrible. A big male langur. Apparently, the leader of its group was holding a baby langur in his hands and mercilessly, very rudely, very harshly biting it all over with a definite intent to kill. So, what did he see? He glanced, he looked towards the roof of the clubhouse and saw something very horrible. A big male langur, apparently the leader of its group. As you know, dear children, there are group leaders in the flock of the animals. Okay, so there was a big male langur, and he was apparently, maybe the leader of its group was holding a baby langur, you can see in the picture, in his hands and mercilessly biting it all over a definite intent to kill. Means his intention was to kill that baby. त्यांनी एक अत्यंत भयानक असं दृश्य बघितलं क्लब हाऊसवर. त्या फ्लॉक जो होता, जो जो माकडांचा कळप होता, त्याच्यातला जो वानर होता, त्याला वाटलं मे बी तो लीडर असेल. कारण बघा, तुम्ही कुठल्याही जंगली अॅनिमल्सचा जर विचार केला तर त्यांचे कळप असतात, ग्रुप्सने ते राहतात, आणि त्यांच्यामध्ये एक जो नर असतो तो त्या ग्रुपचा लीडर असतो, आणि त्याच्या ग्रुपमध्ये त्या सगळ्यांनी त्याचं ऐकावं किंवा तो त्या ग्रुपला डॉमिनेट करत असतो, असं जनरली ॲनिमल्सची मानसिकता असते किंवा तो त्यांचा रूल असतो. अँड दॅट मेल लंगूर वॉज मर्सीलेसली, अत्यंत निर्दयपणे त्या छोट्या बाळाचे तो चावे घेत होता, कारण त्याचं इंटेन्शन होतं की ह्याला आता ठार मारायचं. The helpless mother of the baby and the other lesser members of the langur group were scattered on the roofs of the buildings nearby, watching the baby being killed. I recall the terrible custom in the animal clan, according to which a dominant male usually does not allow another male baby or adult to survive within its group. So, what scene was there? What did he see? The helpless mother of the baby. That mother, even she was helpless. She couldn't help her own child, or she couldn't rescue her own child from the hands of that male langur. So all the other members who were weaker than this male langur, they were scattered on the roofs of the buildings nearby, and they were just watching the baby being killed. They were helpless. त्याची त्या बाळाची आई किंवा ते बाकीचे जे सगळे त्याच्या ग्रुपमधले जे लोक होते, जे कमी शक्तिशाली होते, आजूबाजूला स्कॅटर्ड झालेले, आणि ते बाळ त्या वानराकडून जे मारलं जात होतं, तो चावे घेत होता, हे अत्यंत असहाय्यपणे ते पाहत होते. अशा वेळेला लेखकाला एक त्या वाचलेलं आठवलं, जसं मी मगाशी सांगितलं की प्राण्यांमध्ये जो जो नर असतो त्याला त्याच्या ग्रुपमध्ये दुसरा नर, एखादा छोटा बाळ असो वा मोठा असो, असलेला आवडत नाही. I recall the terrible custom, that is a custom in animal clan, according to which a dominant male usually does not allow another male baby or adult to survive within its group. The author saw that without losing any time, I gathered a stout stick in one hand and hurled a piece of stone at the marauding langur. The langur was so infuriated that it hardly took any notice of my assault. But then I started throwing more stones. The dogs, on their part, raised their pitch of cry. So all of a sudden, that situation, that atmosphere became so noisy that without, as soon as when he saw, without losing any time, he gathered a stick in one hand, and then he started means throwing very forcefully the stones at that monkey or that langur. But that langur was so infuriated that he hardly took any notice of his assault. He didn't pay much attention to the attack of the author. But even after that, the author continued throwing more stones, and the dogs on their part raised their pitch of cry. So that monkey, he didn't leave that child. त्यांनी ते दगड जो ऑथर आपला मारत होता त्यांच्याकडे लक्ष पण नाही दिलं. तो आपल्या कामामध्ये किंवा he was so angry with that small baby that he continued with his deed. The changed circumstances and a sudden unexpected attack from unknown quarters forced the langur to drop the baby from the sloping roof over the verandas. All of a sudden, what happened? That when the author saw that monkey, that langur is holding that baby and mercilessly he is biting that to intend to kill that baby, then he took a stick in his one hand and he started throwing stones very forcefully to that langur, and but that langur was so infuriated that he hardly took any notice of the author's attack. But then he started throwing more stones, and even dogs raised their pitch of cry. Even dogs started barking more loudly. Then these changed circumstances and the sudden unexpected attack from unknown quarters, from unknown things, forced the langur to drop the baby from the sloping roof over the veranda. He didn't wish to drop that baby, but still he noticed that even some dogs and one person, and there are attacks from all the sides. So for without wishing, he didn't wish to drop that baby, but still he has to drop that baby. It forced the situation, forced the langur to drop the baby from the sloping roof over the veranda. So we can see here how merciless, spirited that langur was, holding that small baby in his hand. He went on the rooftop of that clubhouse and he was mercilessly, he was biting that small baby to keeping intention to kill him. But the author and the crows and the dog, all these animals from the surrounded forced that langur to leave that baby. So here we have to stop here because story will continue in the next session. Now after watching this video, you read the story from the book as well as you rewatch the video, you look at the pictures and you try to learn more about it. And there is a glossary column in our course book. You find out new words meaning from glossary column. Okay, that's it for today. And then that's all for today. So you will revise whatever we have learned in today's session. Please subscribe the channel and press the notification button to get the link of next video. Bye bye.